Hey guys, what is going on? It's Darren here, and I want to let you guys know a little bit about the upcoming Gravestone system that Mod Hunter is working on currently. I'll link his forum thread in the video description so you can check out the full forum post yourself and also give your feedback on the forum. But yeah, I want to kind of make it like really easy to understand the basics of the upcoming Gravestone system. So basically, if you die with these changes, the character death will hold your items for a maximum of 3 logged in game days, so 72 hours actually being logged in the game, instead of if you, let's say you DC and your gravestone disappears after the 50 minutes. If it's not blessed, then those items will go out of the game, and if you dced, well then bad luck. However, now if you DC and you cannot make it back to your grave, or there is no graves even anymore, well, other than cosmetic only, death will hold your items for a price. So gravestones will still be in the game, but they will be purely cosmetic, so just to see who died here. So if I died at next, it's gonna have my gravestone for like a few minutes to say that I died here. And then for the rest, the death character will have your items he'll keep your items for you for 3 days. Now reclaim these items. Here comes now the annoying part for most people. Reclaiming your items will come with a price, and the price depends on the GE value of all your items. And then reclaiming them, it depends on the value of the item. It's gonna be 10% for most items. Otherwise, it's gonna be a 1% for items that are above 50 million, I believe. Yeah, 50 million value. And so here's actually a picture which Mod Hunter showed. So you have still the 3 things you can keep like always. You won't be paying for those items, those 3 items, or 4 or 5 even, if you use the sign of death or the sign of protect item and the protect item prayer. So you can keep at least 5 then. And then you can also choose what you kind of want to lose. So let's say in this picture, the player doesn't want to keep the monkfish. Now the value of those monkfish will go off from the value that you have to reclaim in the end. So you'll do like save the money by ditching those monkfish, for example. You'll save some GP for the total reclaim price. So it says on the bottom, saved item value. So you saved 25k. And the total cost to save them is 21k. Now these prices are not GE value right now. This is on test server. On the test server they have different item values, but you kind of can get the idea of this picture. Now with having a reclaim price in order to get your items back, that does mean that the degration of armors when you die is gone as well. So for example, if I were to die with a full set of T90 armor malevolent, and if I didn't keep it on death, so it goes in my grave, I would lose a lot of money on the degration. Now they are removing the degration cost on everything. So if I die with my T90 set or with next sets or ports gear, it doesn't degrade on death. So that's a good thing as well. So it kind of makes up for the high reclaim prices that they are implementing. Now if you were wondering what's the point in having a higher tier gravestone, now they are gonna change it so that if you have the highest tier, which is the Dwarven Gravestone, you'll have a 5% reclaim reduction price on your total reclaim. So for example, if you have a 100k reclaim, it will be 5% less. And with the other graves, it will go down more and more. So it starts with 0% with the wooden, and then it goes up more one by one. So still having the higher tier gravestone is still profitable because you'll save a lot of money in the end. Anyways, here's also another example which was posted by Mod Hunter of the degradation of armors. So the first example is a guy in full dragon armor, and then you can see how much the total value would be if, well, the total value of the armor, I mean. Then you can see how much it would cost in order to reclaim that total gear. Then you can see how much it would be if you had 3 items protected. And then the last one is how much you would have if you have the 5% cost reduction with the gravestone. So you can clearly see you do not lose a whole lot of money, especially if you keep items. So I definitely recommend always bring in item protection, always spray item protect as well. So you save a lot of money by actually just doing that. And you can see lower level players are going to be punished a little bit more as well now. Instead of high level players who were always punished because of their items degrading, which is a lot of money for the tier 90 and next armors, for example. So if you would go down all the way to the Malevolent and the Next, actually, as you can see, the Next has a really high price in reclaiming your items. This is because the Next items have a high price of GE value, so it all depends on GE value. And if the item is above 50 mil, it will be 1% of the GE value. Now, if you can scroll down all the way to the last one, you have here Play with Full Malevolent and the Noxious Scythe, with a total value of 260 mil. If you were to die, you had to pay 3 mil to reclaim all of this. And if you kept 3 items, the top 3 items, the most expensive one, it will be 800k, and with the 5% cost reduction, it will be 760k. So that's actually not bad at all. Currently, if you die with this gear, you'll probably spend the same amount of money because of the degradation. So it's not even that bad for the high level gears. Now, the only annoying part here is, which they haven't really said anything about, is if you have multiple styles with you. For example, I hybrid, let's say Dagonot Kings, and I've got all the tier 90 sets and all the tier 90 weapons. This is gonna be a really expensive death if I die. And so you kind of want to use Void more often now, especially at lower level bosses as well, which Void isn't really that good. But I don't know what they're gonna do about Void as well. I don't know what's the value of Void when you die, the add-on value of Void. I don't exactly know what that means or what it is, but it does seem that it's going more to the direction of Voidscape even more, because you'll save a lot of money if Void has a low reclaim price. And yeah, I think there should be also a cap on how much your total reclaim should be. Because if you, like I said, if you have all the stuff with you for a boss and all the weapons, it's gonna be a really expensive reclaim, probably over 6-5 million, which is a bit stupid. So I hope they put a cap, or at least like 1 mil or 2 mil, a cap of reclaiming all your stuff. And yeah, guys, I hope to have informed you guys a little bit more. You can read the full forum post on the thread. It should explain pretty much everything. And guys, be sure to leave your feedback as well. I think this is good for, in the end, this is good for long-term health of the game. It is a good money sink. I mean, not an item sink anymore, a money sink. So, especially for the lower level players as well, for them, like dying now, it's not really much of a punishment, since you can easily get back to your gravestone and just loot all the stuff, and you don't lose any degradation cost. And now you actually have to pay a bit of money to get your stuff back, and this does help those people who have really bad internet, who then cannot get on for like an hour and pretty much lose their items, which is a lot more expensive than reclaiming your items for like a price. So dying now, like, you have to like really pay more attention, eat up more, so you really don't want to die now. So I think it's good for long term of the game. Punishment, there should be a punishment for dying, and currently you can easily get back to your grave other than disease. So yeah, guys, be sure to read the thread, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.